All right, so the funny thing is, we wrapped up, and then literally within 2 minutes, the NBA and Nike dropped their City Edition uniforms. So here's what they look like. The Los Angeles Lakers, this is what it says. The franchise has turned over the City Edition designs to honor some of its most famous players as part of the Lore series. Thus, you see the stars on the side.
Right.
Thoughts? Laker fan?
Well, there's like a snake stitching on all over it.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of difficult to see it on this side, but just based off of the tilt from your laptop. But I do like the snake scale looking.
Yeah, it's cool.
Stitching. I like the stars on there. Absolutely.
But
deserving.
like, are you okay with it being all black for a Lakers uniform? Because it's like, it's the Lakers. Like, it's purple and gold, you know?
It is purple and gold, but I feel like that's even more of a reason why it needs to be black, though, right? Just to set it apart from
I guess,
what we usually wear.
Yeah, I thought there just could have been more of a like classic feel to the Lakers with like some sort of off purple, like some sort of different color purple that they haven't used before.
No, well, I can see your point. I can definitely see your point there, but I would prefer black for sure over a different purple.
Oh, okay. So no matter, okay. No matter what,
either stick to the purple that we use or stick to the yellow that we use, but don't go off. Like, don't do a crazy gold. Don't do something out of this world. Don't do a light purple, lavender. Do not do a lavender.
Don't do a lavender.
Don't do plum. I feel like
plum.
Yeah, like just.
Plum's just a funny word. So I'm cool with it.
Don't do any of that. I feel like it makes the most sense for them to do what they did.
All right, here's the Boston Celtics, which says the Celtics City Edition uniform pays tribute to this unique hardwood floor and the man credited with starting the dynasty, Red Auerbach.
Well, the Lakers had lore.
Pretty much what I'm seeing is, I feel like I have seen the gray before with Boston. It's just a different sort of design.
Right, I was saying like the stitching is really good, and it's very reminiscent of the court. I think they did an amazing job with that. We talked about it in the past, just like how great the Celtics court is right now. I did like how they applied that on the jersey.
So here's the Golden State Warriors, which
this one's very different.
It has a Chinese feel is what I'm seeing. I like how it says the Bay.
Right.
Which is also pretty tight.
Prosperity.
The addition of the green on the shorts is definitely unique as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you not feeling it?
It's cool. It's just a little too different for me. I did like the Bay. I like the Bay. I like prosperity right on the bottom left of the jersey. I do like the hint of green. It definitely throws it off. But I don't know. Maybe it's just too much of everything a little, but there's more to it.
Yeah, here it says the City Edition uniform for the Warriors, which pays tribute to Chinese culture in the Bay Area and icons of prosperity. The Chinese characters for prosperity are proudly placed on the belt buckle, while the chest logo combines the Golden Gate Bridge and classic Chinese symbolism.
I like that.
That's pretty cool.
You know what? That makes me like it even more because there's a culture connection to the jersey. There's more to the story than what meets the eye. So off the back, it's definitely, you can see like there's a Chinese dragon in the middle.
Yes, definitely. But what my thing is, I feel like there's a lot of room on the jersey because the circle is just dead in the middle.
Right.
So like down the sides and even underneath it seems like there's just a lot of room for me. But whatever.
I like the connection.
Cleveland, oh man.
The land.
Okay, so it says the land, it says Cleveland on the sides. This looks like something that Virginia Commonwealth University would wear with Shaka Smart coaching them.
Yeah, it would.
Like it has that same sort of color feel. It says defend the land as well.
And they took it completely different because this is more reminiscent of a Spurs jersey than anything.
A little bit, aside from the yellow, yes.
Aside from the yellow,
agree.
yeah.
If you take the yellow out, it looks like a City Edition Spurs uniform.
I would have incorporated more maroon than yellow. I feel like maroon is more of Cleveland's color than the yellow is. But I mean, regardless, it's a clean jersey. I do like the land on right on the center. Defend on the bottom left-hand corner is great too.
And they also have the state of Ohio on the shorts, which are pretty cool. Nike says this represents the Guardians, but with a team-specific twist. The Cavs shield logo is inset as the head of each sculpture. Further graphic inspiration from the Guardians' robes and a belt buckle featuring the silhouette of the state of Ohio symbolize the team's stature as a regional protector. All right, pretty cool. Oh, these I love. The Milwaukee
City.
Bucks with Cream City.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
This is really cool.
It's a nice color. It's a nice, clean jersey.
You know how we went over the Utah Jazz and how they had like the mountain feel and how it seems like the sunset was separated by color?
Yeah,
It sort of reminds me of that where the deer is.
I can see that. I like the detail on the shorts too, where they kept it uniform and have what they had on the center of the jersey, and they kept it in the shorts. I do like how they also have the state. It looks like.
Yes, the state of Wisconsin on the shorts.
And Cream City. I mean,
that's really
that's
cool.
a good color. That's a good color for them.
The uniform draws additional color inspiration from the full palette of the city and its surrounding region. The Cream City rainbow pattern brings the blending of the urban landscape with a green ode to Wisconsin's lush landscapes and a blue that pays tribute to Milwaukee's, oh boy, that's a big word, etymological word. Designation as a gathering place by the water to the forefront. We're learning so much about each other.
There we go.
So the Memphis Grizzlies are another one. This is like an off-white that I'm seeing. They put the logo.
Is this really off-white? This looks like white.
I think it's a little off-white. Like you look at cream, right? And then you look at this. I don't know, maybe it is.
I think it's
but
white.
The first picture just looks a little off-white to me. Instead of the entire state of Tennessee, they have the Memphis Grizzlies logo on the shorts, which is something I noticed.
Yeah. Oh, they have a cool detail on the shorts, like some staggers. You can't. Did they have another shot? Oh no.
No, just those four.
They have some nice staggers on the side. It's very sharp. Everything's very sharp, clean cut.
Yes.
It's a very easy. Now I wouldn't say easy. Very clean design jersey.
Again, this looks like a team that I'm not familiar with who's competing in March Madness, and I'm seeing their jerseys for the first time. And that's not a bad thing.
That's fair. That's fair. And they're the only team without
without some writing.
something on the bottom left.
Yep. So what Nike writes is the Grizzlies, who revealed their City Edition uniforms as a part of their MLK junior celebration earlier this month, will be one of the first teams to wear the uniform on court when they face the Lakers on January 15th. The rest of the jerseys, we're going to run through these. The Atlanta Hawks, it's all right.
Yeah, it looks very modern for sure.
It reminds me of something. Actually,
very tech.
It looks different to me. Aside, I don't have a.
That's
tab.
when you.
I don't have a tablet.
What does that say? True to Atlanta. Oh,
all right,
good.
that's cool.
That's good.
I like the T's and the L's.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I wish they would have kept it uniform with the bottom, but I guess every jersey has it in handwriting in the bottom. No, I saw one of them.
There's some that have.
I wish they would have kept more uniform with the font. The font is great.
Yeah, the font is cool. What the stripe?
It's very 2K like.
It is. What the line reminds me of, where it goes down the side, is something like what Pistol Pete used to wear. The Brooklyn Nets, there's a lot of detail on the sides as well.
But they didn't go too different from what they already have.
True.
And they have something on the bottom.
But they do have Brooklyn. It says Brooklyn Unite. Yeah, they have the entire Brooklyn Nets as like a rainbow around the number, which I think is
it's like the Brooklyn Bridge, I would think, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it could
reminiscent
be.
of it.
The Chicago Bulls, it's cool. It reminds me of the 70s.
I like it. I think it's very reminiscent of like, yeah, I would say like the 70s. It's just such a classic feel. It has like a Space Jam feel to it almost. You have 4 stars on the bottom right or the side of the right.
Which is representative of the city flag of Chicago.
I'm a big fan of this jersey compared to the rest. It's just very clean, and I love a clean, vintage-looking jersey. What does it say there?
Sweet home. Sweet home, Chicago. All right, the Charlotte Hornets, great song. The Charlotte Hornets with Buzz City. It's like, this is more modern than anything else I've seen. Enter the Swarm.
That's
the
a lot.
Beehive. Dallas, it looks like you're about to go play paintball.
Dallas is, you know what? It's a lot of color for what Dallas would normally wear, I feel.
Right, because they're a very like
neon green, neon blue.
They don't really go with neon green ever. It's more so like light blue, dark blue, and white and black.
It has like energy all over it though.
Yeah.
Like if I'm wearing this jersey, I'm expecting someone to go super fast, maybe a sprinter. I would expect a sprinter to wear more colors like this.
The Denver Nuggets, the design of the Nuggets City Edition uniform is inspired by their elevation and features metallic gold accents to symbolize refinement in the club's journey to new heights. I had a Carmelo jersey where they had that same sort of design. It was a light baby blue jersey as well. Detroit with the Motor City. How do you feel about the stripes on the side? It looks like Adidas.
It looks a lot like Adidas, actually.
It's interesting,
especially because we can only see 3 stripes.
The letters are small. The numbers are small too.
You know what? I feel like this should have been a little lower.
The Motor City?
Yeah.
I could see that. But then you're taking up even less of the jersey, right? I think the number actually could have been bigger.
Yeah, you're right. That could make sense.
And it just says simply Detroit basketball on the bottom. Well, the Clippers are.
I like the Clippers one. The Clippers one reminds me a lot of the Chicago
Semi-pro?
one.
Oh, I was gonna say Jackie Moon.
But yeah, no, it definitely reminds me of semi-pro. It reminds me of the Gators. It's a very like rustic color feel to it. I like a nice vintage jersey.
Solid.
Clippers is a good choice.
The Clippers are all right.
Surprised they used orange though, but okay.
Yeah, that is pretty surprising. That's why I said Jackie Moon. Like it reminds me of semi-pro. The Pacers. It's inspired by the rich tradition of automotive racing in Indiana. Oh, of course.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Oklahoma City. Again, this is something that it looks like something that would be in the 90s.
Yeah. It would have been.
How do you feel about it?
I think it would have looked, instead of using the black hue, it would have looked good as an all-white jersey.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just because of the way that they have like this.
Didn't Will Ferrell and what was that HBO show? Someone help me out. Will Ferrell HBO show. Eastbound and Down with a brass hue. Sweet. Okay, so New Orleans is loud and they have the same color scheme as they've pretty much always had.
But New Orleans is fitting. That one makes a lot of sense. Let's see with the Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves.
It's very reminiscent of the Timberwolves.
Yes, very much so on the side.
Somebody scratched it.
The Orlando Magic is pretty interesting. Looks like, I feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson would love this jersey.
He would absolutely. You know, it's a little too...
magical?
Magical for me. This is the way that the sky is. But the 76ers jersey, I'm a big fan.
That cream color?
Not only the cream color, but the accents that the colors have. And you can see that though the numbers are in blue, they have little hints of red.
And it says Unite or Die on the bottom.
Oh, aggressive.
Very aggressive. The Suns, I'm not feeling.
Los Suns.
Los Suns, but they already do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, like Los Bulls, Los Lakers, El Heat.
The Spurs.
The Spurs, we've seen it before. The Kings is actually pretty tight.
Yeah, I like it. So far, for me, it's Chicago, Kings, and the Clippers for me.
Oh, the Clippers,
but Milwaukee's is also really good too.
The City Edition uniform for the Kings marks the first time this logo is featured on the team uniforms, inspired by the '85 Kings, the baby blue uniforms. Those are tight. Portland, I usually like. It's all right.
Yeah.
What does it say? 1970 on the bottom. We went over the Jazz. DC, the District of Columbia is pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the District of Columbia having like its own little patch around it. You see what I mean?
I didn't even
realize
that.
That's just being picky. And that's it. Okay, let us know your thoughts. Comment section below. Subscribe to TOT. Did you want to say something?
Well, I was about to... See, Rick is so checked out. There's a couple jerseys that are missing, and they're going to be unveiled later in the year. So that includes the Rockets, the Heat, the Knicks, and the Raptors will be revealed at a later date.
Because like if people are watching this and they're a fan of this
what happened to my team? Yeah. So now you know.
Sort of like how LeBron wasn't in a Lakers uniform.
I was kind of hurt.
Yeah, you were really
That's okay. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. That's a wrap.
Goodbye, Canada.